Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to take the data that you just entered into the spreadsheet. We're going to turn that data into a list, and then we will use that list to do our exploratory data analysis and to create some graphical displays in GeoGebra. So the first things first is go ahead and click into the spreadsheet somewhere. And notice when you click into one of the cells, my tools in the upper left-hand corner have changed. So they're now the spreadsheet tools that are displayed. And in the spreadsheet, I want to click on the header of column A because that is my data. Now, going back to the tools in the upper left-hand corner, I want to click on the tool that has like the 1, 2 in curly braces. That's going to allow me to create a list. So if I click on that tool and there's a list of tools that show up, I'm going to select List. And so what it's saying is that, hey, here's what you're wanting to do. You're wanting to take that data and turn it into a list. And notice up here the name is L1. And I would like that name to be costs. Since this is the context, it is the cost of haircuts. And I want them to be. I don't want them to be free objects. So dependent objects is typically what I always leave it as. And the options are the row order means that I've placed this into a column. So each row is different in my column. And so let's click on the Create. And there is my list. So I can do a number of things with this. So for example, if I was going to compute the mean of this, I would go mean of cost. Or if I wanted to do the median value of the cost. Or if I wanted to do the most common cost, so it was either 0 or 20 in that case. Now if I wanted the standard deviation, and so the standard dev of the population, these are all of my costs. Or I could go sample standard deviation, which is what I would like. So I will go standard deviation of my costs. And let's do quartile 1 of my costs. Or quartile 3 of my costs. So this is my exploratory data analysis. Ooh. The mean absolute deviation of the costs. I wonder if it does IQR. Let's try this. Oh, it does not. But we can compute that ourselves. IQR would be the third quartile, which is E, minus the first quartile, which is D. So my IQR is 40. And let's make a box plot. So let's go box plot. Now you see there's Y offset, Y scale, and list of raw data. And so that's what we're going to use. So we're going to figure out like where it's going to be on my Y-axis. So I'm just going to go my box plot. I'll be 1, and I want my box to be about half a unit wide, and I'm going to use costs. Now I don't see it, but it is here. And so there's my box plot. I could also use a dot plot of the cost. Now, what I might need to do is I may need to rescale my y-axis a little bit. But there's a dot plot of my costs. And there's some other ways to kind of modify your dot plot. So that is how to get your data into a list and to use that list to perform all these different commands.